Welcome to Wvsu State University Putotan campus. Today we will tour around the different offices in the campus and learn about their functions, organizational procedures, and responsibilities. Greeting us as we reach the gate is the security office. The office is concerned with the safety of all stakeholders and visitors in the campus. The chief of the security office is Mr. Diosdado Plantinos. Before we can go to the different offices, we will have to drop by the Public Assistance Desk, where the public can obtain information regarding basic queries on office location, availability of faculty and staff, and business hours. The next office we will visit is the Office of the Campus Administrator. The office aims to provide effective motivation to the campus human resources to achieve its mission vision through innovative leadership and efficient administration in its operation. The campus administrator is Dr. Virginia B. Pereñas. With the campus administrator is Ms. Cecilia Biating, the campus secretary. We will now visit the Office of the Dean of Instruction. The Office of the Dean of Instruction is primarily responsible for the formulation, development, and evaluation of educational policies and curriculum materials. Our Dean of Instruction is Dr. Milagros P. Matiliano. The next office we will visit is the Office of the Administrative Officer. The Administrative Services Division is the main responsibility of the Administrative Officer for Mrs. Aurelia S. Bernasol. As the chief, she supervises services delivered through the Human Resource Management Office, the Records Office, the Supply Office, the Security Office, the General Services Office, and other allied sections or units that may be created in accordance with its organizational structure. We proceed to the Finance Unit. Under the unit is the Accounting section. Our campus accountant is Mrs. Suzette P. Castor. The office basically gives advice on financial matters. Working closely with the Accounting and Cashier's Office is the Budget Office headed by our Budget Officer, Mrs. Maria Jane P. Canag. The Budget Office is responsible for the preparation of the budget for school and office affairs. The Cashier's Office, an adjunct to the Finance Unit, is being managed by Mrs. Cherry A. Perez. The Human Resource Management Office strives to continually maximize client satisfaction by providing fast, friendly, and efficient services. Currently, the office is being handled by our HRM officer, Ms. Maria Mercedes L. Cantuba. The next office we'll be paying a visit is the Records section. The office is currently being handled by our Records in charge, Mrs. Nieva P. Gonzalez. She generally oversees and coordinates the day-to-day activities of the Campus Records Retention Program in compliance with government guidelines. We now proceed to the Registrar's Office. The Office of the Registrar, managed by Ms. Julieta E. Vargas, is primarily concerned with the admissibility, transferability of credit, and residency for new and readmitted students, and classification and placement of students into their appropriate academic units. Next to the Registrar is the Planning and Development Office. The Planning and Development Office is currently being managed by Engineer Marilyn P. Moncal as the head and Mr. Janelle M. Prado Sr. as Physical Plant Supervisor and General Services Officer. The Physical Plant Supervisor primarily researches and determines strategic campus physical growth and needs. The Office of Student Affairs strives to facilitate the integral development of students for them to become self-directed individuals capable of facing a globally competitive world. The head of the Office of Student Affairs is Professor Ramona M. Baez. The next office is the Guidance Office. The Guidance Office aims to provide basic and efficient guidance services for well-adjusted, self-directed, responsible, and empowered students. The office is being managed by Mr. Harris Jem Caver with Ms. Mariter Sahise and Ms. Irene Joyce Pantalunan. Next is the Gender and Development Office. The office is committed to oversee capacity development and gender mainstreaming with appropriate programs, activities, and projects. The office is headed by our Gender and Development Coordinator, Dr. Novi D. Halandoni. The Medical and Dental Office aims to provide efficient, effective, and functional basic health and dental care to all students and personnel of the campus. The medical office is being handled by our public health nurse, Mrs. Irene Siponaso, and the dental office is being handled by our dentist, Dr. Josefa Kilnat. The next facility we will visit is the Entrepreneurial and Student Center. The center caters to food and basic needs of the students and the rest of the stakeholders. We have several concessionaires that sell food, beverages, personal needs, and other school-related materials. The next office is the Office of the Bids and Awards Committee. The office works closely with the Procurement and Supply Office. The chairman of the Bids and Awards Committee is Dr. Rowena Pipendon and is currently being assisted by Ms. Wvsu, the administrative aide in charge. We will now visit the Supply Management Office. The office aims to provide service, materials, and equipment to support the fourfold function of the campus on instruction, research, extension, and production. This is currently being handled by Mrs. Farlene M. Dormido. The next office is the Quality Assurance Office. The office oversees planning, implementation, and direction of the instructional program of the campus and is being managed by the Quality Assurance Coordinator, Professor Alma P. Huyaban. Under the same office is the Document Controller, Mr. Marjan Noel F. Acanto, and the Lead Auditor responsible for ISO concerns, Mrs. Jenny Rose P. Ignacio. We also have the Technical Support Unit. The unit provides physical and digital support to live and virtual programs conducted by the school by ensuring technical facility and support whenever needed. The office is currently being handled by Mr. Anthony Nograles. The technical team is also responsible for the supervision of the Audio-Visual Center. The center offers a wide range of services in providing support to education and professional trainings at Wvsu PC. Under the umbrella of the Planning and Development Office is the Management Information System Office, currently being handled by Professor Edison C. Silvestre. The Management Information System Office is responsible for the supervision and coordination of the development, installation, and support of computing services for both academic community and various administrative units in the campus. We also have the Community Center 1 that caters to large group gatherings. It is an open location where members of Wvsu PC community gather for group activities, social support, public information, and other purposes. We also have the Research and Extension Office. The office is being managed by Dr. Lauro E. Estecomen. The office is committed to develop highly competent researchers who will produce relevant quality research outputs and to contextualize extension with teaching and research as platforms for innovation, productivity, and wealth creation. The next office is the Office of the College Librarian. The office is being managed by our school librarian, Mrs. Beverly T. Talion. The office provides information both in print and non-print or digital and electronic formats to meet the needs of the clientele and the thrusts of the institution. We now proceed to the offices of the different schools. We start with the Office of the School of Education. The School of Education, managed by Dr. Rowena Pipendon, commits to provide excellent instruction through a responsive and relevant curriculum, undertake researches, and do extension work in relevant areas of education for continuous improvement of its programs and procedures. Under the office are 3 different curricular programs: Bachelor of Secondary Education with specialization in English, Mathematics, and Social Studies, Bachelor of Elementary Education, and Bachelor of Technical and Vocational Teacher Education. We also have the Office of the Information and Communications Technology. The office handles 2 programs, namely the Bachelor of Science in Information and Communications Technology and the Bachelor of Science in Information System. The office is under the supervision of Engineer Maria Elena Grace A. Parcon. Next is the Office of the School of Industrial Technology. The school offers the Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology with specialization in welding technology, food technology, architectural drafting technology, electrical technology, electronics and communication technology, and automotive technology. The office is currently being handled by Dr. Pablo L. Lauro. The next office we will visit is the Office of the School of Business and Management. The office, under the directive of Dr. Roby P. Cervantes, strives to produce quality, competent, and socially responsible individuals that meet occupational demands of time. The office offers the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management program. The ROTC unit is a building that houses the office supplies for the Reserved Officers Training Course, or ROTC, a college-based officer training program for training commissioned officers of the country. We also have the Campus Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, handled by Professor Herminio A. Paches, that is responsible for the conduct of disaster risk reduction and preparedness activities. The Centralized Laboratory Assessment Center, or CLAC, is an establishment officially authorized by TESDA to manage the assessment activities of candidates for national certification. The Centralized Laboratory Assessment Center is managed by Dr. Juliet M. Siniego. The campus also has the Local Resource Generation Unit, managed by Mr. Edwin S. Pueyo, who is responsible for the creation of projects and programs that can potentially create revenues. At the same time, he is the electrical administrator responsible for the management and operation of the Wvsu PC powerhouse. Thank you for visiting West Visayas State University Putotan campus.